TP's Priceless, and Embry is their 5-man lineup. Obviously, tmsR, we know enough about them by now. They're going to DreamHack. They qualified in the DreamHack qualifiers, of course, over this same team to an extent, so there is kind of that rematch coming out here with that said as well. So again, really excited to see what happens here as far as these two teams matching up. As far as the picks, though, again, moving along here, let's take a look and see exactly what is going on. So we do have Rally being picked up. Dampier was the first pick as far as the bands go. It was Scout, Ophelia, Engineer, Keeper of the Forest. The picks were Dampier, Rally, followed by Warbeast, and now we're waiting on the second one for Reason Gaming. It looks like it is going to be Ravener. Give me a second right here. I actually have to change some settings. I did have to take care of some things on that end, so let me take off all these notifications popping up right here, as obviously that can get fairly annoying as far as those pop-ups go. So let me just go ahead and get rid of all of that, and real quickly right here. So yeah, with that said, as you may notice, I'm going to be doing some solo casting for now to get things started again. With this new software and everything, as far as the streaming software goes, I really just wanted to make sure everything was going to be good to go before I even looked into getting that figured out. So at least for this first game, we're going to do it like this, and then perhaps change it up and moving on as far as going down the line. But anyways, with that said, guys, okay, that should be good. Let me actually make sure my controls are also set here. There's a couple of controls that I modify. Okay, it looks like that should be good. So hopefully, once we're in the game, we should be good to go. Anyways, moving along here as far as the picks go. So, again, Dampier, Rally. So, tmsR able to get their hands on Dampier right here. They're going to follow it up with Bubbles as their final pick. So, a good suicide option, of course, coming out. Rally, also that suicide option, but it's more than likely going to be Bubbles in this case. The Rally's going to be mid, Dampier short. Probably going to be some kind of 2-2-1 setup coming out here from Too Much Sugar. Dr. Repulsor, the final pick from Reason Gaming, on the other hand. So no supports actually picked up here as far as the picks are concerned, or as far as the as far as the picks are concerned. So now moving to the bands, obviously both teams still going to have to pick up at least one of those supports. So we'll see what that comes down to. And you look at the bands that are coming out, both sides actually throwing some bands out on the supports. Parasite, obviously the first band, but then you had Master of Arms and M4, Andromeda back over here to Slicks for Too Much Sugar. We'll see what he decides to go ahead and ban here, as far as they're concerned with their final ban, and then moving back to Reason Gaming. So again, guys, this is game number 1 here, this best out of 3, and there we go, Pyromancer and Torture. So yeah, as expected, kind of very support heavy with the ban. So now tmsR, they're going to get their first choice. You got still like Glacius, Aluna definitely standing out on the board here. Aluna's going to be picked up as a result coming out from tmsR. So now for Reason Gaming, going to be interesting to see how they respond. Again, they don't. They might want to get their Glacius support here, very likely. I mean, Glacius definitely pairs very well with Ravener, as we've seen. On top of that, there's a good chance tmsR is going to be picking up another support here as well, obviously. So yeah, Glacius going to be picked up by Reason Gaming. And now back over to Too Much Sugar. And again, we'll see how they finish. I figure it is going to be a last support here. I know Blitz has maybe been stepping up a little bit. That's more for Stay Green specifically. Maybe more of even a tri-lane support hero, but that would kind of be fun to see here perhaps. But as far as other support options, I mean, nothing very, very obvious really. You got Empath. I guess that would be probably the one that's really left over that's like, okay, well, we do see her quite a bit. So outside of that, though, not too many. Again, being picked and banned here. So will tmsR go that Empath route, or will they try for something a little bit different here, perhaps? Something like, say, a Martyr. I'm just saying. Aggressive support hero would be fun to see. Monarch, we have never really seen too much of him. Pearl. How about Pearl, man? She was talked about a lot when she was first going to be coming on the scene. Actually, Tempest is going to be picked up. Interesting. Wow. Did not even realize that first off, but that's also very interesting because they are running a Dampier, and usually you do not see teams pick up a jungler when you're running a Dampier for the obvious reason you want to stack the jungle, and you want to be able to pick up the easy farm in the jungle with the stacked camps and whatnot. But Tempest is the final pick coming out right here, and then you have Slither as the final pick for Reason Gaming, actually. So that's also very interesting because that looks like it is going to be more of a support-style Slither here coming out for Reason, and usually we've been seeing Slither once again pop back up here lately as far as being picked up I could actually turn my volume down a little bit. I believe I might be a little loud. Again, like I said earlier, guys, I am using a new streaming because the XSplit is having some issues as far as the server and whatnot. So with that said, I'm actually hoping that everything is good to go. So I'll turn my volume down a little bit if it is a little bit too loud, and hopefully that is good to go. So with that said, we're in top 6 right now, looking to move on. Yeah, it seems like it might be a little spiky there, so again, I'll try to lower it on my end right here, and maybe even lower it down on the program. So again, hopefully that's a little bit better, guys. Again, I apologize, obviously, for the sound and whatnot. Doing my best here with what I got, and having to adjust to the issues. So with that said here, okay, so here we are. Oh, gotta adjust the interface as well. My bad. So many things going on. Okay, that should be good. Something else you may notice, hopefully it's actually a plus here with me having to use this new program. I got, you might notice the FPS increase, actually doing the 60 FPS stream here to maybe make for hopefully a little bit better quality. Again, though, I really wasn't able to do much testing with this, and this is kind of an on-the-fly kind of thing because of more so Forest 2. So, again, hopefully things are good to go, though. As far as lag goes, again, things on my side, according to what I'm looking at, things look like they're good to go. No dropped frames or anything like that. So if you are getting some lag, as always, guys, just go ahead and refresh the stream and also click that wrench button and report any issues that you may be having. So, all right, though, here we go into this game. As you can see, a ward of sights being put down to block some cans. You got a rev ward here and a ward of sight, so double block coming out. We've been seeing this more and more lately, it seems like, from teams. The double block on this camp specifically coming out. Now, we'll see if Tankafet, obviously, he has a 1 rev ward. They do have the Flying Courier, but the likeliness that he's going to be able to counter both of them, unless he places it pretty much around this area right here, probably not going to happen. So we'll see, though, what he ends up. Is he going to maybe do that? I mean, he is kind of peeking up right here. Okay, he's going to place it over here. Is that in range? I don't think it is. No, it's just out of range, actually. So, unfortunately, that camp is still going to be blocked. He'll probably realize that by the minute mark, and then he'll have to take care of that as far as that is concerned. So. Sorry about that. Just taking care of something real quickly. Okay, so anyways here, we see a middle lane actually Rally taking some pressure before he compels away, but again, that's definitely a power of Rally, of course, as far as what he brings to the table and being able to stay alive in dangerous situations like that. So definitely a difficult lane to kill against, but Ravener Glacius is very, very powerful with that said. So Embry playing the Ravener here. I do see taking some good pressure himself, but 6-0 compared to the 2-0 Rally. To start things off right here. But yeah, as far as the lanes go, again, they run the jungle, so it is going to be a solo Dampier bottom, and they got the jungler on top of that. So as far as Haxorn's farm here, it's going to be interesting to see how it takes off compared to what we're used to seeing with the Dampier. Again, Dampier, usually you're used to just seeing him take off, but again, that's more so using the 2-2-1 setup. And so it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how Haxorn's able to do here. Obviously, in this War Beast matchup, I'm sure he should fare just fine when it comes down to that. But as far as being able to take the stacks and whatnot, we'll see if they're able to transition like that. Obviously, get the early farm and Tankafet, start getting some pushing going perhaps, start opening up that jungle for Dampier is probably the mindset here. Coming out by our Legion team. Slick, so once again, the middle lane. He has a compel. Not going to use it right there. In fact, is he going balls to the wall? Looks like he is here. Slick's using the compel right there on the Glacier. Shell Serve coming in. Is it going to be enough for the kills in question? They used a lot right there, and they are going to get the Bloodlust. And look at what the hell was that? I don't even know what that was. But anyways, Rally. Holy crap. Slicks with the big-time man up right there. Big-time man up and making the Bloodlust kill happen. Wow. That was... Talk about doing the math exactly, man. He knew exactly what he needs to do as far as the positioning and whatnot. In the meantime, though, Casey's actually in trouble. Can he take over the last second? Nice health potion! The health potion tick not going to be enough, though. Oh, I thought that was going to do it, but the final auto attack from Onmi playing the Glacius gets the job done right there. So very, very close getaway coming out by Casey, who's obviously hanging around in the middle lane as a result of that gank that he set up. But in the end, he gets taken out. Now, he did get the Bloodlust kill, so as you see, he's able to get his boots right here, and he's going back to the top lane now. Obviously, this top lane, in a 1v1 matchup against a Slither, that's very difficult for Bubbles alone. But the fact that he's 1v2 here, Slither's playing the support role, so Slither's just 100% focusing on the harassment. And then you got Dr. Pulsar, also a tough matchup. It's understandable why Keizu might not want to spend too much time up here. at the top side. So that was great movement by him, and you see him coming back up here. But again, look at Slither coming around with the flank, and all of a sudden Casey's going to have to start falling back. But at least getting those boots helps a lot right here as far as his positioning goes and as far as his getaway potential. Middle lane once again, though. Slicks is actually going to fall this time. Glacius and Ravener come together to actually get the kills. Watching Bubbles at the top lane as he was being heavily pressured, but he is going to be fine. So good kill on the Slicks, though, coming out from the HoN team. He manned up last time, got the bloodless kill for his team, but since then they've died twice, and Reason Gaming back on top as far as a hero kill lead is concerned. Up 2-1 hero kills. Dr. Repulsor, he is having a good time. 310 gold per minute right here at this top lane. So again, Slither, TP's priceless. Playing that support Slither, doing the good boxing. Interesting seeing a support Slither though. And he really seems like a hero that can really benefit from the levels especially. I mean, being able to get all of his abilities together, great synergy. Obviously, in this case, it looks like he might just be passing up the wards. So that'll miss out a little bit on some extra push potential as well as some scouting. With the level 1 wards, you can still do the scouting. So I guess in that sense, it definitely can make sense. But, he's a no-stun support, which obviously is a little interesting to see when it comes down to it. But definitely playing that role here. Obviously, they also have the Glacius on top of that. But my guess is going to be they're going to be running the main support Slither here and more of a secondary support Glacius. But we'll see how that picks up as far as the game progressing on here. Obviously, the glowing red hands coming out here for the HoN team. You see a level 2 battle cry coming out from Zane right here. But again, Dampier having a great time. 340 gold per minute. He is level 5, in fact, hitting level 6 right there. And he has a 33-13 start. That is up there with Dr. Repulsor at tops in the game. Tempest also, despite that camp being blocked, a couple of camps even. He's not doing the worst by any means. 280 gold per minute. Tankafet seems like he's coming along very nice. And again, they chose to run the jungler instead of running the dual support here with that final pick Tempest. So we're going to see if that pays off now for Too Much Sugar as far as this game progresses. And again, you figure once that Ring of Sorcery especially picked up, he is level 6, start getting into the lane, start pushing some towers, and making some plays happen here for Too Much Sugar. I would think is going to be the name of the game when it comes down to it. So he says some heavier harassment again from Luna in the middle lane. Bubbles actually, he was trying to protect the haste room, but Glacius kind of boxing him out right there. And actually Bubbles forced to fall back all the way before Glacius chases him down with that haste. So good rune control there coming out from Reason Gaming. Bottom lane, excuse me. Here comes Tempest though, level 6. Expect that Elemental Void to be used if they find that opportunity. Warbeast isn't level 6 just yet. So this could be a really devastating spot for Zane. In fact, there you go from Dampier. He's going to kind of force him back. Tempest coming in with the flank. Zane knows something's up. He's eating through the trees, but it's not going to matter. Elemental Void comes out. They are locking him down. He's not level 6. He will survive the Elemental Void, but doesn't survive much further. Meanwhile, in the middle lane, a Luna going down right there. So it is going to be a 1-for-1 exchange. Rally being chased down. Double damage on Ravener. Can they actually chase down? It's like ball lightning could have been missed. If he was a little more patient right there, that would have been a kill on a Rally. But Embry got a little impatient. He went for the all-in ball lightning and completely missed. And Rally was able to live. So a missed kill opportunity on him. But in the meantime, they also pushed the top tower. However, the bottom tower going down. So a lot of kind of even exchanging to an extent kind of going on right there. Both Snowball-style heroes, Doctor and Dampier, are continuing to have a great time. Now both over that 400 gold per minute. So obviously, looking at it from that perspective, great news for both teams. You do also have the Ravener now, especially even though he missed on that kill opportunity, he is still farming like a boss. 385 gold per minute. Bottom lane, though, Warbeast is going to be picked off. Dampier able to take him out and get the kill once again. So he is level 8 right now, and you have a 440 gold per minute Dampier right here coming down to it. So that is scary stuff. That is scary stuff coming out here from Too Much Sugar. And again, this is a Dampier. They're running a jungler. He's been just focusing in this bottom lane, though, and he's pushing it up quite a bit. So kind of wonder, the Hellborn team, I mean, they got a Ravener's level 7 right now. They got Glacius, Slither. Maybe thinking about trying to set up some roam here on this Dampier if he continues to push up. But as you see, Haxerin, for now, is falling back. Now he's going to keep going back up. So how much time will they give him to just constantly be free farming this bottom lane is kind of the question here. And for now, I mean, he's just going to keep going at it. You see Warbeast saying, I don't want to die anymore, so he's just going to go to his own jungle and have his fun over there as far as increasing his farm. So he's just going to try to progress that way, and, that makes sense. Last thing you want to do is just continue to feed into deaths here. So Zane making that correct decision to farm in his own jungle. But top lane also, though, Ravener, or Dr. Pulsar, excuse me, he is continuing to push up here and cause issues at this top lane, and as far as his farm is concerned. So Imba doing a good job of that. Bubbles nearby. Bubbles only level 4, though, so no Kelphiel going to be coming out by any means. They don't really have the best defense in that sense. Will they actually try to defend this? You see level 1 wards is picked up by Slither. So he's able to get a little bit of assistance, more so even for scouting purposes, though, if anything. But they're going to kind of move towards the top lane. Both teams are, in fact. You see Rowley trying to transition over, but wants to go back mid to pick up the farm over here. Obviously doesn't want to waste too much time doing a whole lot of nothing. But I believe Reason Gaming is going to go for more of an aggressive push here at this top side. So Dr. Repulsor leading the way, of course. He just bought something, too, by the way. I'm curious what that is. Middle lane, are we going to see some action? Luna's counter warning in the meantime. Not going to do too much. Okay, tower is going to fall. Will it be denied is the question. You see Tempest running it as well. Tempest does not have the void just yet. 10 more seconds. Dr. Repulsor. Good ludicrous speed away. Poison spray on a Tempest. In with the flank. Glacius going. Oh, Glacius, you are in a bad spot, sir. They are going to deny the tower. Here comes Dr. Repulsor. Tempest in trouble. He has the element to void. Will he look to use it right here? Yes, he will. Can they get him killed first? They take him out. And Dr. Repulsor going to be fine for now. Bubbles jumping in. Doesn't have the kill field just yet. The auto attacks. Will it be enough? One more needed after that. Doesn't look like it, but he's going to chase. 6 more seconds on the shelves there. Power throw will be enough as they get that kill. Here comes Dampere, takes out Slither, and that was definitely won by too much sugar when it's all said and done. I'll tell you what, Ravener not being there, the biggest deal. That ended up being a pretty big fight for both teams, and Ravener not able to transition over there in time. Definitely here, but you also got to question, TP or I Like Ducks playing the Glacius. That positioning a little awkward. He found himself in a tough spot. Maybe he got into that position because he was getting collapsed on. Really didn't have a choice, but obviously not the best case scenario in terms of what you wanted to happen there for Glacius. So he ends up getting picked off. Now he is 3-2-1, so he's been involved in every single kill. But yeah, that wasn't the best start necessarily for the Hellborn team. So another Elemental Void. Initially didn't get the kill, but it did enough to keep them there to get those kills set up. And again, tmsR, they come out on top of that fight. But overall, I mean, the gold lead is a fairly even game when you look at it from that perspective. Again, Ravener spending the time just farming in the middle lane while that was happening. He tries to jump Dampere, but as you can see, able to dodge it. Oh, top lane, Imba actually picking off Slicks while that action was going on. He's able to 1v1 him, so Slicks just hanging around a little bit too long, apparently. And Dr. Pulsar, you do see, though, he's going for the Icon of the Goddess. So Reason Gaming making a point. They want to make this more of an earlier game. And also, you also look from the perspective, I mean, they got Warbeast to rely on for the hard late-game carry as well. So they don't need Dr. Repulsor going the Life Brand, the Grimoire, the heavy farm build by any means to be that intellect carry. They want him to snowball an Icon of the Goddess. Obviously, a very effective item for that, especially in his hands. So with him, you got Ravener, the Glacius, and Slither. They're going to be kind of the gang squad moving around while Warbeast buys time to farm. And Warbeast is still assisting, though. Again, the level 4 battle cry now, so some great extra damage also coming out. Oh, a nice snipe by Bubbles there, by the way. Able to actually kill one of the Ancients in the meantime, so good timing coming out by Keizu. But Dampere going to port to the middle lane now. You do see he has this Light Brand. He's got the Bloodshot Steamboat, so he is actually doing fairly well here. Again, despite them running a jungler, he's managing some great farm. Obviously, the kills as well as he had a great push at the bottom lane early on, so. And it is showing Haxorin doing his part. He's 3-0-0, 450 gold per minute right here. Looking pretty damn good, to say the least. And actually, they're going to go over and do some Ancients here in the meantime. So we'll see them take that. My hero is bugged, he says. Interesting. Not sure what that is supposed to mean. My hero is bugged. What is he referring to? I can't put E on only heroes. Interesting. Huh. So he doesn't want to. Obviously, that's to prevent from lanes pushing up a little too extra aggressive. So I don't know if they're just gonna say, you know what, screw it, we'll just deal with it. I mean, obviously that's not really a absolute game break. And if anything, that was something that might have affected the laning phase, but we're already out of that phase. So I don't think that's anything absolutely game breaking by any means. But yeah, so it's probably just one of those cases. Even if he can't do it, he's just like, whatever, let's just deal with it. Not the absolute biggest deal in the world, but So just going to move on with it for now, and he'll try to clean up these triple stack Ancients. Needs to be a little careful, though. Has that flat in 1 second. He's going to use it right here, and yeah, should be able to clean them up. So that should mean, well, not the Grimoire just yet, but the Grimoire is going to be coming along. Blessed Orb first, next in line, of course. So his GPM has really started to skyrocket, 490 gold per minute after those Ancients, after those triple stack Ancients especially. So obviously, a very effective job there. Tempest in the meantime. 325 GPM here. And again, he's actually managed very, very well, despite a couple of his camps being blocked earlier on. So this Tempest choice seeming like it was more and more a better choice in the end for tmsR. And it's hard to say it's a bad choice when you hit a last pick Tempest. I mean, especially when you don't have a jungler yet. So yeah, they set up the lanes just fine, and they're making it work. But in the meantime, response in the middle lane, Dampier being locked down. The TP is coming in, everyone's here. The Elemental Void, though, gonna be stopped by the Calfoot actually coming out on the background as well. Ravner being locked down, they get the tower kill, and now they're trying to jet on out of there, but Tempest is gonna be caught. He eventually gets taken out. The Hellhound's chasing. Glacia's trying to get in there as well. Maybe gonna slow up, but it's not gonna happen though. So when it's all said and done, only the one hero kill happening onto Tempest. And both teams ended up with a tower kill right there. So, actually, not too bad for Reason Gaming as far as that hold. The Elemental Void didn't set up in any kills by any means. And they actually ended up playing that pretty damn well. I'm not sure what stopped Tempest, to be honest. Either was the ball lightning or freeze even coming out most likely. But Tempest was most certainly stopped beforehand without getting the full channel, of course. So, well played right there. Well played by Reason Gaming. And actually, making some momentum happen back in their favor to an extent. Dr. Repulsor level 10. He has that icon, even 2 charges on it now. And he's kind of scouting around. Oh, he finds Dampier down here. Dampier going the pattern first, by the way, just so he can pick up the Blessed Orb. He has enough gold for it. He's going to buy it right here, but he is in trouble. He does not have any vision on these guys coming in. Dampier's in a lot of trouble right here. At least he just finishes Grimoire, but this is definitely going to hurt if they capitalize. They'll War Cycle to spot Glacius. There's the Poland, though. Dampier going to be locked down by the freeze coming up. No, the flag going in. Glacius going to fall. He didn't freeze. He Tundra Blast instead of freezing right there. It doesn't matter in the end. They get the kill, but it kind of does matter because if he froze him instead, he probably would have gotten the kill without dying, to be honest. But I don't know if he was, I mean, it's 500 compared to the 600 range of the Tundra Blast. I feel like he would have been able to freeze him if he did that first, but he chose to go for the Tundra Blast, and in the end, he dies in the process. But they get the big kill onto Dampier, and that's obviously what matters in the end as far as that exchange goes. So well played right there. Coming out from Reason Gaming once again, good pick off, and again, that's the power of Doctor, and especially with an Invis room, that helps. I will say Ravner hasn't been as active as I feel like he can be. I mean, he's had a great start this game. He's 0-4, so in the assist column, I mean, he's been involved in 4 of the 7 kills. So, that's not bad, obviously, but he's also been in the middle lane pretty much this whole game, it feels like. So, and you do see Dr. Pulsar starting to move around some more. Figure him, again, the team surrounding Warbeast makes us to be moving around right here. But now Ravner in the middle lane, he's actually going to jump by Dampier. A lot of damage. Rowley going to assist. Red power throw even coming out. This should be a dead Ravner, or is it electrical feedback doing work? Not enough, though. Not enough. Dampier able to finish him off right there. And that is how that will finish. So, again, speaking about Ravner, Caster's Curse coming into play. I apologize, Embry, but I had to point it out, man. Had to point it out. Warbeast, he is working on finishing that Abyssal Skull. In fact, he definitely has enough gold for it, but going to continue to push the top lane for now. But his farm, 300 and, no, where is he at? He's at 312 gold per minute there. As you look at the GPM chart, he's third on his team, pretty much about 5th overall, looks like just behind Tempest there on the Legion side. But that's also something very noticeable on the GPM charts. You do look at it. Obviously, Dampier having a fantastic time, as Dampier's used to do. So, to answer the question that I had earlier, is this going to really hinder his farm? The fact that he has a Tempest taking a bit of it in the jungle. Not really. They did a great job of making that work, the transitioning, as well as just the early laning phase worked very well there for Dampier. So he's already at 565 gold per minute and continue to go. He's also level 14 on top of that. So again, great, but it does drop off after him. Bubbles, Rowley, and Aluna, at the same time, they are over 200 GPM, all of them, so it's not like it's just horrendous by any means. So it's actually not bad at all for tmsR. In fact, 2,400 gold lead and now a 4,400 experience lead overall in their favor. But you do got Dr. Pulsar once again, looking pretty good. It looks like we might be going for the Hellflower next item to assist with locking down, and obviously a great follow-up to that icon of the goddess. Ravner with the Helm of the Black Legion, 1,700 gold saved up on him. I would think at this rate, probably going to be going for something like that portal key, which definitely makes sense. Speaking of portal key, just picked up by Ravener right there. So, good pickup coming out from him. Or, excuse me, by Dampier. Going to be happening for Ravener probably, but just picked up by Dampier right there. So, obviously the Hellborn team, Recent Gaming, they're trying to find some action here in the jungle once again, but not going to happen here just yet. Warbeast will pick up some farm in the meantime. With that Abyssal Skull Steam Boots, he's feeling a lot more confident now as far as fighting with the team, I'm sure. And getting close to level 11 as well, which obviously makes the Metamorphosis that much more effective as far as the downtime, especially of it. So, good news there. Top lane, though, Dampier pushing it in. This top tower is in a lot of trouble up here. I don't think the Hellborn team, Recent Gaming, is going to choose not to defend this. They're going to try to counter push in the meantime. Definitely the better decision there, as they do have some pretty solid push coming out. The battle cry going to be used, of course, and into the bottom push we go. So top tower going down right there. Invulnerability coming out the bottom. You do see Tempest coming in with bubbles. TP's coming in. Comfort going to be used right there. Locking down Glacius and Ravener. Dr. Pulse with ludicrous speed away. The Tempest ultimate catches Glacius on Ravener. The Seismic Slam not going to come out. Not needed though. Compel coming out. Gets the lockdown. 2 heroes are dead, and the rest are on the run. Slither taking his poison spray out, but it's only, or excuse me, his poison burst off. It's only level 1, and now he's like, crap, there's no way I'm going to run away. He's going to be chased down by Dampier, and it ends up being a double tap for Haxer. And did they get the tower kill? At least they did get the tower kill, so good news there, but obviously a very effective response coming out from Too Much Sugar. And again, that's definitely a power of Bubbles right there. He's arguably the best hero, especially in the competitive scene, in terms of making plays like that happen. With that kill field, being able to portal key in, especially on the shell surf, really can start things off for your team to respond to TPN, as we saw right there. And obviously Tempest got a solid elemental void off on top of that. So again, just all around big plays from Too Much Sugar. And now they're going to keep going here. 630 gold per minute coming out for Dampier. And just continuing to get bigger and better. He also just hits level 16 right there, so obviously a big key mark for him too. And a level 3 consume. Power all over the place. Amplified. 26 more 100 gold saved up as well. Wonder if he's going to be going that Shrunken Head route or not. I mean, Slither definitely a hero that screams Shrunken Head alone, but you got Slither, Ravener, Dr. Pulser, Glacius. Yeah, there's a lot of reasons to get a Shrunken Head here, especially if you're Dampier. So very likely going to be that pickup. Coming out for Haxer as far as his follow-up, of course. And, you know, that pretty much is a given anyways. Dr. Pulsar, again, he's trying to finish the Hellflower. Will be good news there, but still a little bit off. He's that third Arcana. 485 gold per minute. Again, he is farming it very well, continuing to do so. But it's just that's the power of Dampier. He just amplifies so much. Kind of like when Draconis was really popular on the competitive scene. He was every single game, it felt like, at least the majority of them. It's just, you see the other carry, it's like, oh, he's at 500 GP, that's not like this is Draconis at 650, 700 gold per minute. It's like, oh, yeah, but he just makes everyone look so weak against him. Kind of same thing with Dampier, so. Back to the Ancients goes Dampier. Slither again, he's been, you see right here, again, just scouting with the wards. Also even attempting to do some blocking, maybe a little bit of farm here, but doing his best to be useful in that sense. How did he level up? He has level 4 wards, okay. So yeah, he actually does go level 4 wards for some push potential as well as some counter push, and also so we can farm if, you know, somewhat with in situations like this. Not too bad of a choice. You see Ravener here. Portal Key was picked up by him, and again, he is level 11 on top of that. Portal Key also on Rally coming out. Another 1,100 gold saved up. And what did Dampier buy? I assume it was the full Shrunken. Yep. Okay, full Shrunken going to be coming up for him. And Bubbles also, they're trying to make something happen up top here. They want to maybe get this Dr. Pulsar before he finishes the Hellflower, but he's not really going to show himself, so probably not going to be happening up there at the top lane at this point. Again, this is our first series here today, guys. As always, new weekend and many more matches to come. Our first series of the day, we got tmsR versus Recent Gaming. Losers bracket round of 4. The other one is IG versus the Law. And in a best of 3, obviously these two teams, all these teams today playing for a chance to move on here in Cycle 6 and stay alive for that matter. Warbeast in the meantime, he's in a lot of trouble. and he will get picked off. Bubbles and Dampier doing work right there. Bubbles obviously using his kelp field, but got the job done. Of course, Warby still no Shrunken Head picked up, still a little bit of ways from that. Glacius now in trouble as well. Bubbles jumping in, they miss him initially, but Glacius is going to be chased, but the initial miss is going to backfire. Dampier's being pulled in by Dr. Repulsor. Dampier's going to fall right there. Rally and Bubbles now in trouble. Dr. Repulsor is currently out of mana. He does have the icon buff, though. Can they get a freeze anything off? No, they cannot. Down he goes. He actually freezes Doctor there at the last second on accident, but it doesn't really matter as those are just illusions left behind. So good backfire there from Reason Gaming. Obviously, Glacius, the man to stay alive there initially. Worked out pretty well, but in the end, it was a great response, or not too bad for tmsR. I mean, Tempest in the meantime, bottom lane though, he's in trouble. Tundra Blast from Glacius. He wants to just be in range. Oh yeah, he couldn't get in range. And Tempest is going to be fine. He's going to jet on out of there. Will he? Stuns on a Raviter. Yep, not going to go for it. So he will be fine in the long run. So good getaway from Tankafet right there. Able to stay alive at the bottom lane. But Dampier dying. 20 more seconds before he's going to be back up here. Again, just a good response from Reason Gaming. And now with the Hellflower finished on Doctor with the icon. Next item going to be worked on it. Warhammer was purchased by Warby, so the Shrunken Head is actually just around the corner now for him. Get that pattern pickup. Obviously, again, goes back to just how powerful it is in so many cases, especially against Bubbles and even Dampier, obviously. For his situation. Glacius. Oh, yeah, they're going to find Tempest right here. Tankafet was hanging around, just farming up the jungle. Doesn't have the most vision around him. That kind of showed right there. Glacius was sitting on top of the Invis, and then Slither also came in to assist. Not much Tempest could have done at that point, so well played. Well played coming out. Oh, yeah, the other thing I wanted to bring up, though, was, of course, the later match. That is going to be Stay Green versus Lion Esports Club in the Winter Bracket Finals. Obviously, a matchup you do not want to miss here on HoNcast. That is for Cycle 6 Winter Bracket Finals. Yet again, Stay Green and Lion Esports Club matching up. No doubt that should be a fun one to watch. So that'll be the later match today, set for 3 p.m. Eastern, 2100 Central European Time as always. We got this series still here, though, and this series a great one as well. Just getting started with this one. Shrunken Head finished on Warbeast, so there's that Shrunken Head pickup, and the game continues to move along here. This Hellborn team, especially Reason Gaming, they are going to get scarier and scarier, specifically with that Warbeast. But even Dr. Repulsor and then even Ravener starting to get more of an offensive build, perhaps, as far as what he's going to go for. In the meantime, the Legion team, really they just have Dampier as that carry potential, and that's kind of it. I mean, Tempest always a big factor in going into the later game as well, but kind of leaning a little bit more towards the Hellborn team as far as the overall later game. But Dampier at the same time, as usual, once again, his farm helping him lead that way. 622 gold per minute here. He's got the Shrunken, another 2,000 gold saved up. Now it's where it gets a little curious as far as what he's going to go for next. Definitely many of options. Obviously from the Geometer's Bane to a Wing Bow to a Gajiro even. We'll see what route Haxerin decides to go for here in this matchup. They're going to push his bottom lane, and that's going to be a free tower kill in the meantime. So Reason Gaming not doing any holding off there. They're just pushing in the other lanes. No tower's going to be killed by them, at least just yet, but for now, Too Much Sugar kind of rotating over as a team. No Congo attempts just yet, as we are approaching 27 minutes. Shrunken Head being worked on by Dr. Repulsor right here. Obviously, he's got the Mighty Blade, so it's just over 1,000 gold now. Holy crap. Portal Key picked up by Glacius. Again, he's playing more of that secondary support. Not often we see Glacius in that secondary support role, but it's showing. Portal Key with the Bracer, Power Supply, plenty of build-up. Fairly tanky, especially for being in that role, so. And now he has some great initiation as well, not only for an ultimate setup, but just being able to jump in and get a freeze off is effective. Firebrand going to be purchased by Dampier, by the way, so Gives us a little bit of insight as far as what he's going to be going for. It looks like that Geometer's Bane is going to be the ideal choice here. tmsR, they are grouping out to push mid now. Aluna a little bit straggling behind, but Mumianer eventually going to get over this. Currently do some counter warding, as going to use that bound die. But this will be a free tower kill. You see the top lane. Dr. Repulsor applying some pressure, and then the bottom Warbeast also split pushing. So Recent Gaming giving tmsR a little bit of their own medicine, taste their own medicine as far as these kind of to an extent that tri-carry setup as people are calling it. You know, with the Warbeast, the Doctor, the Ravener, and a lot of split pushing going on. But now tmsR, they're going to go for a Ninja Kongor. There is no vision here, but, you know, Recent Gaming, a smart team, you know, not seeing them on the map currently, probably at least an idea. In fact, going to send the Hellhounds in right here. It's not going to be a Kongor attempt in the end. They were kind of just seeing what they could do with it, what kind of response they would get, it looked like. And in the end, they get them to respond, so. And now you see the bound eye from TP's Priceless. So both teams do have that bound eye on their main supports. Gonna try to get this ward site right here. Will it be in time? Yes, it will. That's another very effective tool, in fact, of Slither right there. I mean, he's an amazing counter warder with his wards to handle any of those situations. So easily doing that right there. And Ravener has 3,200 gold saved up, so he might just be going for a straight Shrunken Head as well. So, especially when he gets it, that'll be 3 Shrunken Heads. They already got the 2 on Doctor and Warbeast. So that's a fantastic start for them. Or a fantastic situation for them to be in. Hard to say a start. We're 29.5 minutes in now, so this game has been well started up by now. They're kind of poking at Kongor a little bit, but again, same thing as earlier. They're just trying to see what kind of response they're going to get out of too much sugar. So both teams in the vicinity, though. Waiting for the other to make a move right here. You see Slither kind of pushing out once again and going to use those Toxin wards as well as the Hellhounds. So a lot of scout potential here on the Hellborn side. And I'm sure that's been paying off. Look at Dr. Repulsor laying down these electric turns right here in case they try to jump. Slash, I don't know if that gives you actually vision. I don't think it does over this pit, but maybe it does actually. Maybe that's what I was doing it. But Kongor is going to be attempted right here by tmsR once again. They're kind of committed to this. They're using quite a bit. I mean, they're all in the pit right now to an extent. I mean, Bubble's obviously not in there, but here we go. Dr. Repulsor drops that Shrunken Head, goes off right on a Tempest. He's going to be so screwed in the meantime, but he will survive the initial. He puts the Shrunken Head. He's going to Elemental Void and catches a couple right there. He's barely staying alive, so they will finish him off, but the Elemental Void locking out long enough. Ravener's going to fall right there. Dr. Repulsor also now using that ludicrous speed. He's trying to stay alive, trying to do some damage. Warbeast running back in. They chase down 3 heroes down on the Legion side. Dampier's still alive, though, but he is now out of cooldowns, and Haxman forced to turn around. The Illusion left behind, but now he's in trouble. Dr. Repulsor chasing him down. Warbeast coming in. Doesn't have Metamorphosis just yet. Hellflower's applied, but not going to be enough time to raise it. Dr. Repulsor! Oh, Dampier went back in. I don't know if he would have been able to get away, but Haxman went back in thinking he needed to. He ends up dying, and now Kongor is going to fall to the Hellborn team unless Tempest can make some big plays right here. He buys back, but there's no way he's going to do anything. No portal gear or anything like that. So he gets picked off now even. Will he? Ravener going to be chasing. No, he's going to be tablet away. Ball Lightning going to miss. And that'll be the end of that. But Recent Gaming, a strong fight at the Kongor pit right there. That was a lot of back and forth. I mean, the jump was great for Reason. They went right for Tempest. Obviously, he got Storm Spirited by, who did he get? By Bubbles, it looks like. And so that saved him initially. Bottom time, I believe he got a full Elemental Void off after that with his Shrunken. But on a couple of heroes. But the follow-up damage at that point wasn't enough. And we saw Warbeast also. There was kind of 2 fights going on. Warbeast and I believe even Slither or something like that, they were chasing the supporting cats for tmsR as the Elemental Void was going off. So they were able to pick off heroes while that happened. And again, of course, the end result is that Recent Gaming comes on top of the fight right there, as well as the Kongor kill. So pretty big deal there for Recent Gaming. The Token of Life now on Dr. Repulsor. Arguably the best hero to have it on. I mean, you talk about his situation, using all that mana, and it's just going to come right back up and use it all again pretty quickly. So, yeah, very good hero to have it on. And again, Warbeast now. Soul's Bulwark picked up. You do see Ravener, 2,900 gold saved up. What the hell is going on? Well, we gotta. that's not something we see too often. Both teams having a player timeout. I don't believe they're laning. That would be kind of awkward. Moomianer and TP's Priceless doing the lane thing, competing against each other. But no, that's just kind of funny to see. So Moomianer, he's going to reconnect. We'll see TP is Priceless. I've always heard, is it TPS Priceless or TP's Priceless? I've always called it TPS Priceless, but you know, somebody brought up a little bit ago, it's like TP's Priceless, as in teleports are priceless. So I'm like, oh, that kind of makes sense. I think I like the TP's Priceless a little easier. It's a little easier to say, so just kind of go with that. But yeah, he's going to be disconnected, so hopefully he comes back soon here. But yeah, recent gaming again. This is at that point, that mark of okay, this is not a set victory by any means for tmsR, despite the crazy great farm that Dampier's had. As he usually gets at, it will start to top off eventually. Then obviously the snowball is no longer there, and we're pretty much at that point in this game right now. So if I was a betting man, and with where the game's at right now, honestly, I would put it on recent gaming here. Just across the board, it seems like they are just in a slightly better spot, especially now with that token of life. So they're going to need some big ultimates here from Tankafet. Once again, not that he's been doing bad, he's been doing solid this game, of course, but big ultimates from him. And some big pickoffs would also be nice here for too much sugar. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, it looks like he's back. So he gets everything set back up. Should be good to go. Again, guys, once again, today I am using a different streaming software. I'm using OBS as a result of XSplit having some issues with their server side and whatnot. So, again, hopefully everything is good. I had to adjust the volume a little bit, but I believe it should be good now, as well as the video quality and everything hopefully should be good as well. So, like I said, I apologize for any issues that may be happening with that, but had to make do with what we got today. Seems like it's actually looking pretty good. I know people like the FPS increase. That's pretty nice too. It makes it a little smoother right now.
There.
All right, so back into the game we go. A Storm Spirit pickup proved to be pretty good for Bubbles right there. Obviously, gets a hero like Dr. Pulse that can kind of just jet on in there and kind of catch you off guard. Ooh, Post Haste just picked up by Dr. Pulsar, by the way. So, even giving him more map control, more movement potential in this game now. That's definitely a great item for him to have. As where the hell? Oh, he just pointed way down here on the Hellhounds and catch Bubbles right here. And you see right away the synergy. Didn't even hit me until that just happened right there. He can port into the Hellhounds. So that's going to be some great teamwork coming out. And right off the bat, it pays off. Holy crap. That's got to be frustrating. Look at the mana regen as well. He has 16 charges. That is ridiculous. Holy crap. I thought he had some kind of, like, regen buff on him, but that's between the Chilling Presence, his 16 charges, and just his natural regen as well with the items. It's only a level 1 Chilling Presence, but damn. That's some damn quick regen. So, yeah, Dr. Pulsar, obviously a great pickup by him. And again, you see, once again, they're setting up the Hellhounds over here. They're going to be spotted by the Bound Eye, though, so more so for just scouting right there. But that's kind of like that Nymphoid effect, in a sense, that really Dr. Pulsar can beat anyone on the map at this time now, as they saw right there. That's something that they're going to really have to worry about now. There's the Shrunken Head finish on Ravener. So those 3 Shrunken Heads going to be coming out here across the board for a Hellborn team. Dampier, wow, the Geometer's being choice. Now 2,800 gold saved up, so next item going to be in line now. I don't know what he's going to go for here. I mean, it's obviously, something like a winged bow to get some dodge aspect going. It wouldn't be bad against a hero like Warbeast especially, as well as some damage increase and some armor buff is always nice. But I mean, you still have a lot of magic threat coming out from Dr. Pulse and Ravener. The Genjiro, the one downside of the Genjiro is that with the Hellflower, obviously can cause issues using that effectively. But still, I mean, he has to go something, and then there's even like something like a Behemoth Art here if he just wants to go tank up. I don't know if that'd be the best choice. I feel like they need damage from him. They really need damage from him. We kind of saw the last fight. As long as it lasted, they just were not able to get enough picks in the end. So continuing to increase the damage here on Dampier. The damage threat is probably the better choice. So something like the Wingbow or the Genjiro route. We'll see though what Haxorn goes for. Now 4,000 gold saved up. Leading up the Ancients right there. Dr. Repulsor, 530 gold per minute now. He's got the post ace. I mean, could just get something like a sheep stick now next to line. Hell, even something like a Frostfield play I would like to see. Yeah, not the most physical threat on the lead side. Oh, at the same time, though, especially if he goes for something like a Wingbow or Genjiro, more physical damage going to be coming out from Dampier. So, yeah, we'll see what Dampier goes for, or excuse me, what Dr. Repulsor goes for. I'm assuming a Demonic Breastplate is going to be finished here shortly on Warbeast, with that gold saved up especially. He's farming in the Legion jungle. He's actually ran right past Ward of Sight right there, but oh, if he hangs around a little too long, there's the purchase of the Demonic. I think he's going to be fine, though. See Bound Eye coming in from a Luna. He's going to use the Hell Ounce to kind of scout it out, but no danger, really. No danger, really. And he'll be just fine. So, ooh, Hellflower coming out from Dampier. Interesting. That's one that I didn't have off the top of my head, but I mean that kind of takes care of the idea that obviously you have a more damage output with the 3 Arcana build-up, and having that extra lockdown is nice. Wants to be able to stay on top of Dr. Repulsor especially, so I can see where he's coming from with that build. I actually like that, and the more I think about it, especially for it's mainly for Dr. Repulsor, I would think so. Wanting to be able to get that up on him so he can't constantly blink around with his ultimate. That's pretty much where he's coming from, so.
The Hellborn have destroyed a Legion tower.
There's an easy tower kill coming up from Reason. tmsR doing really nothing in the end to stop that push. The last Outer Tower kill? It was. So no more Outer Towers remaining now for Too Much Sugar. And you see the map control continuing to be well in favor of Reason Gaming. Both the warding situation and the counter warding on top of that. Doing a very effective job. Full Demonic again, finished on Warbeast. So big damage that item going to be coming out from him, I'm sure. Even Ravener, another 2,100 gold saved up. So he's kind of got his core taken care of. His good initiation style of build. With the Portal Key, the Shrunk, and the Helm. See where he goes from here. Glacius, 2,400 gold saved up. Holy crap. Wonder if he's just going to try to save up a full Shrunken himself. That would not be out of the question. You know, they don't have an Astrolabe or something like that, but at this point in the game, is that really the best investment? I can see something like a Barriot will actually not be a bad choice at all, but might just go for the Shrunken himself to be able to channel that ultimate a little more effective and stay alive in those fights a little bit longer. Top lane, Dr. Repulsor. Trying to get some flanks set up. Unfortunately, there's probably too many numbers up here. I was hoping for maybe 1, 2 at the most, but with 3 here and more coming, Doctor probably going to find himself in a spot of maybe TPing out of here with the post haste. Maybe going the bottom lane, a counter push down there or something. But in the meantime, top lane going to continue to be pushed in by Too Much Sugar right here. Doctor's still hanging around, and actually Moon Meander. Oh, will Doctor be able to see this? Yeah, he will. Moon Meander, you are screwed. He's going to be easily picked off here. So they get the top tower kill. That's a free kill on him. And you see the bottom and the middle presence here from Recent Gaming. Also pretty effective. So overall, I think that exchange. Very good patience there by Imba Boy. I mean, talk about. He was sitting there for a good minute, it felt like. And it finally paid off as he got a hero kill out of it. So. Great patience on his part. And already now another 4,500 gold just about saved up. Rowley's got his own Souls Bulwark here. There's the portal key on Tempest. Okay, what do they have to stop it, by the way? I was looking. Oh, wow, nothing. They have nothing to stop it. Yeah. Unless I'm missing something obvious here. I don't believe they have anything to stop it. So that's going to be, that's a huge pickup for Tempest, to say the least. Deciding to go that rather than a Resto Stone obviously makes sense. Knowing that they can't stop it unless they get a Whispering Helm Skeleton King here. So that's definitely a big saving grace here for Too Much Sugar. Being able to get a big ultimate off is definitely possible. If he's able to catch them out of position as far as them going into these fights. The gold being saved up on the Hellborn side is absurd. I mean, they have a 4,700 gold lead, but you look at how much gold they have saved up on their side between all their heroes. 54 on Doctor, 26 on Warbeast, 34 on Glacius, 46 on Ravener, and then even 1,700 on Slither. That is an insane amount of gold. That's upwards of what, like 15, 16,000 gold saved up, even more? Jeez. But that also means these next tier big items are going to ideally be coming out for Recent Gaming. In fact, there's a start. Shrunken Head is going to be picked up by Glacius. I got to figure Doctor is going to be buying that item here shortly himself. Ravener, I'm very interested to see what he goes for. So, but Dampier, okay, there's a Hellflower and Ravener. A lot of Hellflowers this game. What? It's a Hellflower made all of a sudden. We have 3 Hellflowers in this game. I guess Hellflowers making a comeback. What else is there? Brutalizer, I believe I saw in Warbeast. And then again, Dampier, 45 more 100 gold saved up, so he can go for yet another item pickup. But I mean, you look at his inventory. Actually, he doesn't really have anything that he can just obviously sell. At this point, he still has 9 seconds on his Shrunken, so rebind a Shrunken really not the biggest investment here. Or the best investment. I mean, just getting post haste at this rate, I guess maybe. I don't even know if he wants that though. He still just probably wants the Steam Boots for the attack speed and a little bit more tankiness. So I don't know. He's pretty much just saving for buybacks and a rebuy of his Shrunken at this point. Unless he wants to get rid of the portal key, which that actually could be very possible. Dampier in the meantime, Rowley jumping in. Dr. Pulsar takes the seismic slam, but he gets the ludicrous speed off. Now turning it around. Rowley being locked down. Going back in. Balls to the wall. The Shrunken Head is up, and they get the cut. Rowley put on one cost. Dr. Pulsar in trouble. Tempest, he couldn't get the ulti off. He was Hellfire the whole time. Dampier's going to fall right there, so the jump from Too Much Sugar backfires big time. You see Aluna trying to pour it out. She is going to be successful, but this will be a free Conqueror kill. That'll start it with a Rowley jumping the Dr. Repulsor like he did. He even got the seismic slam off, but that's your classic case of one hero having a portal key jumping in front of everyone else. The team support was a little bit late. I'm not sure whether that was because of them actually being too far behind or just miscommunication in terms of they weren't sure if they were actually going to go in or not, but whatever it was, Recent Gaming just dominated that fight right there. Absolutely dominated. And you did see the pickup on Doctor. He actually went a Null Stone pickup here. I love it, especially with the Hellfire pickup on Dampier. Makes a lot of sense. So the Null Stone pickup on top of what he has, and yeah, not even more regen, more damage even. But yeah, having that Null effect is actually pretty damn good against the Legion team. So this tmsR, I don't know if they're going to be able to hold this off. I mean, this is going to be an easy tower push. The buyback situation, they do have buybacks on Dampier at least. Tempest has used one already. Obviously, that Tempest fight earlier. Not going to be buying back, though, it looks like. They're just going to give up the racks right here and let it be done. So, but another big key obviously goes back to the last fight. Tempest, I'm not sure how he jumped in, but he must have got Hellfire right away. I'm guessing by Ravener at that point. But, yeah, he had no chance to get that Tempest ultimate off, it looked like. And obviously, that was not a good thing either. That's definitely something that tmsR needs to happen in these fights. So, easier said than done, though. Recent Gaming playing very well once again. Winning that fight, and now the lead is pretty damn big. Pretty damn big. So, Too Much Sugar, not sure how many more chances they are going to have left here. As far as this game is concerned, again, Dr. Pulsar, he has 24 freaking charges now on that Icon of the Goddess. This is probably one of the better Dr. Pulsar games I've seen here on HoNcast, at least, as far as just how he's progressed throughout this game, and it happens to be a longer game. And he's got those charges built up on his Icon. His farm has just continued to be superb, 580 gold per minute. He's even catching up to Dampier finally, as far as his farm is concerned. So, Too Much Sugar, again, clearly they're at a point of they're going to try it. They're going to keep on hanging in there. But it just, at this point, especially more so than ever, I mean, they just need that big elemental void. They need to catch 4, if not all 5, and take them out that way. Because without a big elemental void in these fights, don't really see them having much of a chance unless they get some lucky pickoffs here and there. But obviously, Reason Gaming got a point in this game where that's the last thing they should be doing, completely spreading out and giving those opportunities to tmsR. In fact, they could just kind of group up here and snowball in, you would think. Obviously playing a little bit safe, don't be clumped up by any means, again, with the Elemental Void presence, but I don't think they need to risk just farming any longer. They can definitely just group up and make a push happen. Dr. Pulsar, I mean, he's still sitting on that token now for another 4 minutes and 20 seconds here. He has 5,100 gold. They're going to jump right here on a Tempest. That's going to be a dead tank effect. With him dead, he has no buyback. That should do it. I mean, without the Elemental Void, I just don't see tmsR having a chance of holding them off right here. He's dead for another minute right now. So Reason Gaming going to play a little bit patient right here, but they're just going to clear up the creep wave first, let the other creep wave come of their own, and they're going to push into the base. So, yeah, this should be a free tower kill once again. So, yeah, you're all in here. He buys a wing bow and Dampier. He sold the portal key. They need to make something happen. Here we go. Bubble's going to start it. Rally jumping in. Capel forward. Ravner going to be the target of choice. It looks like Freeze is coming out. Ravner will be bursted down, but will it be enough? Warby's holding his ground, putting in the auto attack. Shrugging this up. Dr. Pulse with the pick off to the side, and now Dampier is on the run. Shrugging going to wear off right there. Warby's is chasing. Dampier goes back in, putting in the damage himself. In the meantime, in the background, Dr. Pulsar is still going very strong right here. He even has a token still. Warby's is going to be fine. Falls back. He is fairly low on life, though, so they need to be a little bit careful. Dampier being pulled in right now. Will it be enough follow-up damage? Doesn't matter. Once you can see coming out, GG well played. They get it picked up, but that is going to do it for game number 1. As game number 1, Too Much Sugar will take out Reason Gaming. Here in game number 1, they get the 1-0 series lead. Moving on to the second game. So congratulations to Reason Gaming. Obviously very well fought on their part. And definitely